That is one step too far.
What to do?
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I return safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigour.
You are unhurt, I hope.
We're still in the fight!
There was a time I myself bore that title.
not lost!
Going so soon? How dare you?
That was one step too far.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. Who could have guessed that so many who were once arisen yet live?
There was a time I myself bore that title.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns. We pawns are mere travellers from beyond the rift. What cause of the Batali to regard us with such hostility?
Did you want something?
By and large, the people of Batal seem to adore their benevolent empress.
Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day.
Vermin's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the...
Hoy! Looking to change your vocation, perchance? No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've naught to lose, and you might even make a new discovery. Pleasure doing business with you.
but be sure to buy aught.
Wonder if there are any rumors.
Well, if you
Well met.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
you dare.
Everybody, as promised, it is Jaguar Rice versus Courtney, round 2. After the fireworks of last week, Courtney has got the cojones to come back for more. And a huge thank you for Jaguar for coming back on. For Ron, as well. It's going to be an absolutely amazing night. Our figures win last week. Hey! Okay. How have things been in the last week, Jaguar?
Interesting. Very interesting. It's been an interesting week. New characters are being unlocked in this saga, day for day. And I just want to go back to the beginning. I think for me, the biggest accomplishment in this journey to get to the bottom of the truth and to get to the bottom of who the real bad actors are. So we wrapping this up and focusing keenly past the disinformation and what's important. I want to say salute to my good friend, Deacon. He just did his interview and it just went live yesterday on Real Life Productions on the Blue Couch. And I can't wait for everyone to hear it. Actually, I would love it if Pierce would take a listen. Because maybe he'll want to rethink that apology and censoring me on his very uncensored show. You know, they allow people to say whatever. And they really never, ever, ever, they don't show any proof. They don't show any evidence. And I find it funny that the accusers are always demanding all of the information and the names from the victims and from the survivors. But when they say that people are lying about them, they are never required to show any evidence on what makes it a lie. And from here on out, if you're not going to sue me, then prove I'm lying. It's just a simple. Prove it.
What was the name of the gentleman who you said had just done an interview?
Deacon. That's Jay-Z's childhood best friend. That's the man that knew Jay-Z before he was Jay-Z. That's the man whose family took him into his home and looked after him, and that's the family that he abandoned when his best friend went to jail. And then he went on to become a celebrity rapper whose first album, who he's now trying to destroy the stock offering for his business partner who put all the money behind it and his dad can't earn it. Turns out, reasonable doubt, the entire album was nothing more than D. Haven's actual diary Sean Carter put on as a persona and became. Wow. He's a fraud. He's been a fraud. But what I liked more than anything when D. Haven was sick.
Welcome, everybody! As promised, it is Jaguar Wright versus Courtney, round 2! After the fireworks of last week, Courtney has got the cojones to come back for more. And a huge thank you to Jaguar Ron. He's here as well, and it's going to be an absolutely amazing night. How have things been last week?
Hey! Love it.
How have things been in the last week, Jaguar?
Interesting. Very interesting. It's been an interesting week. New characters are being unlocked in this saga day for day. And I just want to go back to the beginning. I think for me, the biggest accomplishment in this journey to get to the bottom of the truth and to get to the bottom of who the real bad actors are, so we can start wrapping this up and focusing keenly past the disinformation on what's important. I want to say salute to my good friend, D. Haven. He just did his interview and it just went live yesterday on Real Life Productions on the Blue Couch. And I can't wait for everyone to hear it. Actually, I would love it if Pierce would take a listen. Because maybe he'll want to rethink that apology and censoring me on his very uncensored show. You know, they allow people to say whatever. And they really never, ever, ever, you know, they don't show any proof. They don't show any evidence. And I find it funny that the accusers are always demanding all of the information and the names from the victims and from the survivors. But when they say that people are lying about them, they are never required to show any evidence on what makes it a lie. And from here on out, if you're not going to sue me, then prove I'm lying. It's just as simple. Prove it.
What was the name of the gentleman who you said had just done an interview?
D. Haven. D. Haven. That's Jay-Z's childhood best friend. That's the man that knew Jay-Z before he was Jay-Z. That's the man whose family took him into his home and looked out for him, and that's the family that he abandoned when his best friend went to jail. And then he went on to become a celebrity rapper whose first album, who he's now trying to destroy the stock offering so his business partner who put all the money behind it, Dame Dash, can't earn a penny off of it. Turns out, Reasonable Doubt, the entire album, was nothing more than D. Haven's actual diary that Sean Carter put on as a persona and became.
Wow.
He's a fraud. He's been a fraud. But what I liked more than anything when D. Haven was sitting over there on the blue couch, the truth couch, he said he doesn't understand. They asked him, did he think if Jay-Z would be next? And he said, no, I don't see how because he's one of them. He said he makes choices and movements and everything just like a federal agent. All of his friends are federally protected. And he said, but I don't know. He said, because when Jaguar says things, he said, I wouldn't count her out just yet.
So is this Ronnie Bowe? What Ronnie Bowe said?
No, D. Haven.
Yeah, we're
his best friend.
Yeah, we're a current gang.
Project.
I think we're currently reaching out to Deacon, if I'm being honest with you. I think Shane's
Well, if
already...
you want to reach out to Deacon, I can just call him and give him your number.
Exactly.
Oh, you
We
got
work
the number,
through
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got it. Shane's got it.
My friend.
Yeah.
And
That's Shane's job.
Project. And shout out to the Silent King. You know, when Deacon got home from prison, he made it his business to rebuild his community, to rebuild where they came from. You know, people hear that chorus, you know, cough off a lung, where I'm from, Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. That was a big anthem, and it was, I think, taken as a battle cry to what they had survived. But when you really think about that lyric, cough up a lung, where I'm from, Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. You know, if it comes out of one person's mouth, it could be a sign of, oh, look at all that we survived. But if it comes out another person's mouth, it might mean, I don't ever want to go back there again. I tell you what, you got to look at the character of a man that's afraid to go back home. I'm not afraid to go back home. People get afraid when I go home, but I'm never afraid to go back home. You got to ask yourself that. Why are people working so hard to cover up the very real details of their life that they've worked so hard to convince people don't exist? Only liars do that. And usually, if you scratch a lie, you'll find a thief. And anybody that can steal can definitely take a life. Sometimes they'll take a life just to cover up that stealing. That's the problem when you start breaking God's laws, when you start breaking the commandments. You know, anybody who really believes in the word, they'll tell you if you break one, you're likely going to break them all. Because it's all symbiotic. It's a domino effect. You start coveting someone else's life. You start wanting their life. Not what they have in their life, but what they have in their life. And then you start wanting to be that person. You start wanting to see yourself as that person. And now you want to erase that person. You want people to only remember you. It goes on, and thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Stop messing around in people's marriages. You know, to sit there and hear Deacon talk about how him and Sean are both godparents to one of each other's children, and that those relationships have been just put aside almost to maintain his illusion of grandeur. It's I don't know, Alex Spiro, are you sure you want to call the things that I said about Mr. Carter demonstrative lies? Do you know your client as well as you think you do? I don't think so, sir. I don't think so at all. And if I got to kick over every rock that leads to the origin of what we now know as the Jigga Man, I will.
And people on the road.
I'm going to make it impossible for y'all to see him for anything other than who he actually is. And let's see if you call me a liar at the end of it. You ever call me a liar again, Alex Spiro, and so help me God, you're going to wish you never said my name. Because I'm about to take your star monkey, and I'm about to put him on display. The lipstick is coming next. So yeah, that's been the most illuminating part of my week. And now we're here!
I think that Piers Morgan apology was designed to terrify all the other YouTubers and anyone else who was thinking about getting you on, to not get you on. But when we see these dinosaur media people make moves like that, it makes us want to do the opposite. We won't just get you on, we'll put you on live!
Hell yeah.
So yeah, here we are. And I got another interesting phone call from another attorney recently. That was interesting.
Can you elaborate?
I'll get there. I think I need to talk to Mr. Burgess first.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. Let me
And
check
I
with
actually
Jay.
had a friend that I wanted to invite to tap in at some point. So if you don't mind, could I?
We don't mind. We certainly do not mind.
Tap in anyone you want, whenever you want.
Oh, thank you. Well, her name is Dr. Megan McGlover, and she is the author of the book called Stop Lying. And now her new book is about to come out, and that's called And Tell the Truth. And can you believe she asked me? I was so honored when she asked me to write the foreword for it. So I'm getting started on that after we finish up here today. But I think her ability to be able to just cut through the nonsense from a clinical psychology standpoint, I think that could be really helpful today.
Shane has just confirmed that Courtney is coming on, but it's going to take about 10 minutes to get on.
Let it take all the time,
Whatever you got to...
It ain't gonna matter, Courtney. I was gonna say when he get in. Oh, shoot. He just gonna deflect it. Told you. So I told you. He ain't gonna never answer the questions. I already know that. I ain't seen it. I already know he ain't gonna answer the questions. He gonna keep deflecting. And then to talk about Jaguar, deflecting back to Jaguar, and he's never gonna answer no questions.
Oh, hey, with Dean, you can stream free local TV from all over the country. Dean speaks for itself. It doesn't need a celebrity spokesperson, but...
He gonna add how many attacks.
Dean, always local, always free.
Dog, you're not answering them. Oh, there's my kid.
Your hairstylist is flexible. You're
minutes to get on.
Let it take all the time,
Whatever you got to say, in the meantime, go for it. Or anyone you want to bring on, that's great.
I just want to ask you something. I don't want you to answer this, Jack, right? But one of the things, as a reason, just in case anyone's watching, it'll make sense, right? So there's a big debate online about which hand Tupac used. Was he right-handed? Was he left-handed? And I asked Courtney, because he's such a good friend of Tupac last week, and I figured, with such a vast memory of all of the time he spent with Tupac, he would be a good person to answer this. Now, I don't want you to answer it this now in case anyone's watching, because I would like to ask him again this evening. But the answer that you gave last week seemed to inspire some, internet detectives within my community, and it is one of the many interesting points to go over this evening, I think.
As a matter of fact, have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey to the Arisen?
I'm just saying, because all I'm saying is the man, when he was asked how long he knew Tupac, he gave me 2 states, okay? And
actually, he gave you 3. He said from New York to Baltimore to LA.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the right order, but he's holding us to that. What I will say,
I imagine I would not escape
London back and detail
okay.
his early, East Coast years, and I'm still trying to figure out how he didn't know who Meech is. Like, I know everyone was confused. They thought that I was calling Big Meech from BMF. No, I was calling Demetrius Ship Sr., who is also known as Big Meech. Tupac called him Big Meech. Meech and Tupac go all the way back to Cuba, and that was Tupac's first movie. And Meech actually produced music that was not only on the soundtrack, but in the score of the film. That was from New York, and that was Basketball. Meech was on the set with him virtually every day in the studio. How could he go? How could he go there?
Yeah, it was just to give somebody like yourself, who's been in the industry, knows these people, that answer might have made sense to you. But for me, it was just, I asked him 7 times. I'm not going to lie, I asked him 7 times, and I never really got an answer. But I just watched a video where a guy had said, this guy reminds me of when Mike Tyson was young and he was doing interviews, and he sounded a bit mad and got criticised for his answers, right? And I thought that was a good take, but 7 times, right? That's where it, I gotta start questioning that.
Well, I'm not mad at you for that. I mean, I think critical thought is a very important thing in any kind of journalism or blog.
Anything in life is better than critical thinking.
Listen, I'd rather you said that statement than me, so yes, carry on, please.
Okay, I got a serious problem with out and out lies, and so let's get clear on this, because if Mr. Burgess is gonna run, I want to give him a chance.
Thank you.
Okay.
I want to give him a chance to run right now. Because, sir, I do believe you're in trouble. I believe.
Thank you.
You got set to the side this week, and you got your finger in here. You just boom, 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 boom. You got smacked. So I'm not going to do you like I did you last time. I'm just nice and calm. You can call me losers and cheaters and everything you want. As long as you can answer just what you want. Number one, what made you select the name Jamal T. Millwood as the ghostwriting name for the Kim Porter alleged memoir? Number two, did you know that Jamal T. Millwood was
a fictional character
in another book? A fictional book.
Yeah.
Written about a young man with great potential in the world. I believe it's called Into the Gutter.
Tis one of a servant's many privileges.
And I believe you self-published that book, even though it was written by Tupac Shakur's father. So let's look at this. Tupac was your friend. Everything you're doing for Pac. But when Pac's dad wrote a book about Pac,
there's no need to make campaign.
You promised to help get that book published, and you didn't get the publishing deal, and then you ran off and self-published the book anyway, but yet you turned over no proceeds to that book to the Shakur family or estate. They've been looking for you, by the way. I talked to his brother. Yeah. He's been looking for you, Courtney. He's been trying to figure out how to reach you. I mean, if you like, we could set up something where the two of you gentlemen could talk about, that between the two of you. I'm just trying to figure out how a friend of Pac robbed his family, and then not only robbed the intellectual property of your friend's family, but then you use a character out of the intellectual property that you stole to give to Chris Todd as a ghost name for Kim Porter's memoir. You tried to create all kinds of sex craziness connection there, as if that matters after all this time, and nobody really cares. You actually heard from someone who cherishes Tupac very dearly, and the proceedings go up with, I don't know, Courtney. I think you got some explaining to do.
You got a lot of explaining to
Oh, there he is.
I mean, what's going on?
Hi, Courtney, how are you?
What's going on? What's going on?
Did you hear any of my questions?
No, I didn't. I didn't come here to hear your questions.
Oh, God.
You didn't come here to hear my questions?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought we were here to talk. You said you wanted to talk.
Yeah.
We have available. Here we are. Shabbat Shalom. It is the Sabbath. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's the Sabbath. It's my favorite day of the week.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so
You know I'm a Sabbath keeper.
her questions are coming from them.
Yeah, what's your religion?
It's y'all two together. They leaving you here answering no questions.
You're a Mormon?
Her questions mean that they come from the house.
Really?
How did you get into that?
Because I did.
Can I just ask you guys, can you turn your cameras this way?
You can't.
You guys just turn your cameras the other way from it, so you guys are sideways. Just there we go. There we go. Beautiful.
Let me post up because I'm,
I know you, don't worry. Thanks for coming back as well, Courtney, just before we get in.
Brittany, do you like my background?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh.
You're a fan of mine.
Oh, is this
Okay. Yeah.
I figured I'd make sure you were here just in case you didn't make
Jack
it.
is a
But you're here. So
she got a big picture of him blowing
So, how you doing?
as her grand.
Yeah, all good. I hear you're going back to the grand jury, Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I want to
What's that about? What's that about?
It's because they confiscated my cell phone and found everything in my phone.
What? They finding your phone. What you have in your phone?
Does it sound something you want to talk to me about?
Wait. Just confiscated your phone and they found what on your phone, Courtney? I'm not allowed to tell you when I found the
what you have in your phone and you claim you ain't seen nothing and you ain't read the book?
That they lied again.
Full of shit.
They said that he was back to court this week and that there's no gag order. But then he got one?
No, I don't got a gag order. That's why I don't have a gag order, because everything they found was true.
Okay.
Alright, but why did you have it? Hold on to it so long.
Not allowed to talk about it. What they found.
Okay, you ain't gotta talk about that. Let's not talk about what's in
Right.
there. Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what we already do know. Why haven't you given the any of the proceeds to the family if you claim you love them and you stole their father's book?
No, I'm not going to do that. I just talked to his, I got it from Muchala Shakur. Tupac father.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure did. You certainly did.
Yes, I do know he passed away.
And the family has been trying to reach you. I just spoke to his
I
lawyer the
talked,
other day.
okay, and I talked to their lawyer. I talked to his lawyer 2 days ago.
I talked to his lawyer last night.
Okay, Jeff. Jeff.
That's me too.
Yeah, I spoke to them last night.
Okay, what did he tell
You
you?
want to know what I thought that was interesting? Have you ever worked with him before? Does Ariel work with them?
Work with who?
Tupac's lawyers.
I don't know.
Family's lawyers. Does Ariel work with them?
I don't know.
I mean, she's
I don't-
your attorney.
Yeah, but I don't ask about the client.
Yeah, I know. She's very skittish about who she represents and doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, I'm trying to understand. What did his lawyers ask you? Because I know what they asked me.
He asked me about selling the book. I said, no, I stopped selling because he was on parole. He told me not to sell it because he was to the best of his
Yeah, you ain't supposed to sell it.
His same judge he kept getting who sentenced him back in '73. So I pulled the book.
That's funny because the family has a much different outlook on what
Well,
happened.
first of all, let me address this. If the family knew so much, why they didn't get the book? If the family knew so much, why he was calling me to collect from the jail with a friend of mine from Newark and other gangs.
How did you get
Right. So that's what I was saying. I'm not going to it. I'm not going to debate.
No, I'm just trying to understand where is the intersection with you about October? Like, how did you two get to talking? Like, for
Right. So that's what I'm not saying. It's a man that's there, and I'm not going to go against his family or Tupac's family. Everybody.
His family is asking very valid questions that are painting you out to be quite the duplicitous.
Well, they can say that because I can't go into jail and stiff no book. So they talking because maybe somebody's pocket's not tight as fat as they wanted to be, and I had the book. So you can't say that's a question to ask. I walked into the jail with a drum and stole the book.
I'm trying to ask you now. How did
No, I just told you he gave me the book.
When did he give you the book in jail?
Amazon early holiday deals are here. With everything you need to kick off the season.
It seems I was right.
Shop Amazon early holiday deals now.
People I'd love to kill. These sticks will try. Nothing changes. Come with me if you want to live.
don't get that. Oh.
Gave me the book.
When did he give you the book in jail? Did you go
When he was in jail, he mailed me the book.
Hey, girl.
Right, so you guys were pen pals. So when did
Right.
the relationship start?
Yeah, you told.
Sorry.
We had to
Because
search.
you say that
I
you're
happen to
two times
understand
friends,
Elvish, Master.
and you say that you
I
know
Oh,
the
that's
expect
father
you'll find my
gave
talents
him
useful.
his
That's-
book from jail. But
Right.
once again, you're not telling anyone how any of this came about.
Because I'm not gonna incriminate the, listen, hold up. I'm not gonna incriminate the people, listen,
You
I'm not,
incriminated that man.
I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the people who work there and myself. I got the book
People who work where? At the jail?
at the jail.
Oh, no.
Oh, so there was some funny stuff going on in the jail?
No, I'm not saying
Stuff
that.
goes on in the jail all the time.
I'm not saying that.
Transfer of that man's book to you was absolutely legitimate. You have no reason to be so coy or so shy. But now you're saying that you can't talk about it because you don't want to get
I'm
anybody
attentive
in
and
jail.
loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
Listen, the book was given to me
I shall follow your lead.
and I published it.
You said
It
it was
wasn't
mailed
still,
to you.
listen, no,
Now you're saying
no,
given. That's
no.
two different things. Was it
Listen.
given or the mail? See,
Hold on.
mail comes in a envelope.
Hold
You
on.
said it means someone handy.
Jaguar, you gonna let me talk or you gonna fill it the punch expression? Well, you gotta know how to be quiet. Listen, Jaguar, I came on here. Well, yes, please meet up, because you're talking too much. That's your problem. And I'm gonna stop calling you Jaguar, I'm gonna call you Mushira.
No.
Mushira is a girl from Stuyvesant that do everything. Okay? And that's what you are, Mushira. Just because your career's messed up, you want to watch Beyonce, Everyday Live, put yourself together. Yes, look at you, your whole face is fucked up. Listen, I'm not gonna go through all that. Listen with you.
No, what's my career?
If you gonna let me answer the question or you wanna answer it.
Tell me what it is. What's my
Listen.
career?
I don't know what your career is, but you want to hear for some
Why you comment on?
You don't know about.
Listen, all I hear is you listen.
Nothing to do with you. Whatever I say about anyone else.
And that's all I hear from you. All I hear from you, I didn't come on here to argue with
That has
you.
nothing to do with this conversation.
Sean, can you mute her, Sean? Sean, can you mute her so I answer the question? Sean, can you mute her so I answer?
Jay.
Thank you.
God.
Yeah, I will.
Yes. Explain yourself.
Right, your turn, Courtney. Sean.
Your
The
turn.
book was handed to me from one of his students. Another book was mailed to me from his jail cell. I had to take one of his students to all the venues of the college to speaking. That's how I got the book. The book you can't steal a book from a man in jail. That means I gotta go through the walls. I've never been in the jail. I never visited him in jail, but I got several phone calls from him.
Arisen. I knew you loved this
So I don't know, maybe somebody looking for a come up or a lick. I don't know what it is.
You're not looking for a come up?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because if I was looking for a come up, I would have put the.
You're sitting here disparaging people that don't know you, sir. No one
Okay, so how I get the book then? You tell me your theory how I got the book. How did I get the book? How did I get the book?
We're asking. Matter of fact,
I'm telling you, but don't ask me if you don't know.
How did you get all of that information?
Don't worry about it. Listen, I ain't telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything, Jay. Who's Sharon? I'm not telling you anything. Okay?
Okay, TV Snakes.
Okay.
Bless baby oil for all I know.
Hey, you was at the party. 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 They call you mouth ass straight. Wait, I'm not apologizing for anything. I did apologize. You were disrespectful.
I can't even concentrate and I'm sleeping and
Listen, I'm gonna let you talk because you know what? I just say some ignorant things to you, but Sean, can you mute her, please?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is, what we'll do is we're going to do this point around and give everybody a chance.
I'm 100%. Sean, I'm gonna say this one time, Sean. My mother passed away. I'm gonna stop and let her disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? She's a very disrespectful woman. And tonight she talking about her son, she'll lose more hair on her head. But I'm not gonna say anything. No, don't apologize. Don't say nothing to me. You doesn't answer questions you answer. Don't talk directly.
I mean, he said
you got permission. You lost the permission.
It ain't like
I respect every woman.
I'll be
I'll be upset, but you tell us why the grand jury wants you back.
Because they found, yes. Go ahead.
Can you expand on that? They found something on your phone, they want to question you about that. During the case.
Yes. I'm not a witness. I wasn't a witness. I was sitting actually on my phone. What is going to stuff? I sent myself downstairs and took the phone and found everything on my phone. In my email. Actually what I was saying. From the book or to everything they found inside my email. So that's what it was.
Well, they say...
I'm not going to get on here and keep talking. Go ahead.
Want you to come back to the grand jury, and whatever they found on your phone, they're taking hella seriously.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be...
That's why they didn't let him put a gag order me, because when I was saying everything that was in the book, I said was true. It was false, they would put the gag order on me.
So this kind of legitimizes what you got.
Right.
Now, seriously.
Right.
If it was yes, they wouldn't be bringing you back.
Right. Now you got it. But I wasn't a witness at something. But I'm not getting on here, keep putting my foot in my mouth because the other people ain't able to make me talk right. Because it's coming up. If I got the book, I must have to do the father to get the book. I must be new Tupac of our side, his artist who saying famous. The brother to be record.
Wow. So now you're trying to legitimize.
I'm not gonna try to legitimize anything. I'm not gonna legitimize anything. It's fact.
Who says Fatal has absolutely nothing to do with anything? I can get on the phone and call an outlaw right now.
I understand, listen.
Right now.
You don't gotta do that. They're gonna tell you I'm gonna stop. Listen, I don't gotta do all that. Sean, can you please be done if you want to answer me a question, Sean?
My issue is with you is this, Courtney. Number one, and Roro, I would like just a little confirmation here. I've already stated that I believe that everything you had was real.
100% you said that, yeah.
I've already said that.
Yeah, 100%.
I've said the reason why they wanted it was to see if it already lined up with everything that was already there. I've already said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already told you anything that came from him was already taken from. That's where she got it from. She wasn't running around setting up cameras. She became a very, very, very skilled information agent, and she learned how to get.
And I did not come on here to go against you, Jaguar. I don't work for Jay-Z. I don't work for no Diddy. I don't work for none of them.
Yeah.
I work for myself. Everything I work for, I own.
Got it.
And it wasn't I never came on here to disrespect you.
You're giving me stand vibes.
Okay, well, don't think that.
You're giving me stand vibes.
Okay, well,
everyone that is directly attached to these things that you're talking about don't know you, sir.
They don't have to. They don't have to know me.
It's hard for you to be this good friend of a man, and you can't give us not one real life testimony of your relationship with this man.
I'm not.
One second, Courtney. Jack, so just to sort of clarify to everyone who's watching, none of us are questioning the legitimacy of what Courtney has done for this case, what he's handed in, any of that. 100% you should be commended for all of that. I think that one of the main questions, Courtney, is the length of time that you were in possession of some of this media and why it took so long for you to hand it. Was it the fact that Diddy was still free? Because I'm telling you now, I imagine having the knowledge that you did, there must have been a certain level of fear surrounding you about when you were going to release this and how you would get it out.
No, it wasn't. Diddy, I don't fear no Diddy. I've been talking about Diddy when we was on Hot 97.1.
I'm sure. Well, there's a big difference between being outwardly spoken and putting labels on a coffin.
You can't be no outspoken in that on the radio. It was way back when Relativity Records was up. I spoke about it with Michael Geronimo.
I ghost wrote for Relativity.
Okay, my A&O was a wind-up booth.
You remember Teflon?
Yes.
You know, Dogma and we go together. Very good friend of mine.
Okay. And I was there.
When's the last time you produced out of D&D Studios?
It's been a long time. I don't know when. I wasn't at D&D. I was at Platinum Island up on Broad Street. Broadway.
What's the correct name? What's the street name for D&D Studios?
I don't know. I never told you. I never recorded there.
That's funny because everybody in the streets called it Mecca.
Okay.
Every real hip hopper who produced always referred to D&D Studios as Mecca.
Well, I didn't go to D&D. I had the studio. Well, listen.
You were producing in New York. There is
listen. Hold up. I don't got to go.
Okay, so your argument, Jag, is you couldn't have produced in New York.
In one session with Hot Tower. Then I was up in the studio with Rob Tulo with the A&R at Atlantic Records with Fat Joe. Listen, I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to, because I don't know.
This is basic history from one day to another.
Well, listen,
if you're
I don't
everything
need...
that you say you are, and if I'm as big a loser
You know
as you say you are, and if you're the winner that you say you are, you should be able to have
I don't know, listen, I'm not here to sell myself to anybody.
You don't have to sell yourself.
I don't have to anyway. I don't have to do. Listen,
do you know what?
Talk about it, but listen, look on the credits of the record, you will see who I am. I'm not going to do all that back and forth about
that. Plenty of people that got their names on records.
Okay, well, listen.
You did it all.
Okay, well, that's them.
Look at half of Beyonce's credits.
Well, listen, I'm not here to talk about Beyonce. I'm not here to talk about Beyonce. I'm here to, listen, Sean.
You were defending Beyonce just a second ago. You better watch out. Her husband right there, you're doing a bad job.
Listen.
Courtney, are you in the longest tunnel in the world right now? I just want to ask you that.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm coming from Little Italy.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because you know for a fact the conspiracy theories are going to be coming out about the tunnels now, and because I've not seen a single cargo capture. Right, this is Courtney's private tunnel. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
But there you go. You're ready for to pull up to the Starbucks, baby. Go ahead and get
Hey, Sean, I came up here for love. I got love for Jaguar. I'm not here to be for her. She thought I came here to be for her. I did come up here to be for her. I don't work for none of them. Sean or Diddy. I work for Courtney B. I came up under Burgess Connection Management. In the studio, I record at mad pace. I do all my recording at mad pace. In East Orange, with tracks in them, with Edwin too.
You ever record
No, I never. Nope.
What you record that in LA?
Nope. When it's your name, I did a city, and I was up there with Eliza.
Yeah,
Eliza. In the Bay Area. You know who? I'm not gonna say the name for you to say go through all that. I was out there with her. Listen. I was up in the Bay Area.
I know everybody in the Bay.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Everybody in the Bay know me.
That's good.
I find that funny. For me to be such a loser, everybody seems to know me.
I didn't call you a loser.
To work with everybody.
Let me tell you something. See, that's just it. Listen, that's just it. My name don't get bigger than my money. Because when your name gets bigger than your money, it's no good. When your name's so big, you know.
I am the money.
Well, that's you. That's you. I don't praise money.
When people type my name, they make money.
Okay.
I've been making money for people for years, millions. And guess what? I made a lot of money for the Carters. Even against.
I don't want to talk about the Carters.
Even against my.
I don't want to talk about the Carters.
I bet you don't, not after this election.
I don't want to talk about the Carters.
After this election, I bet nobody wants to talk about anybody that backed up the
National
Convention.
Hold up. I got love for Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's not why I don't want to. Don't do that.
You made it to the other end of the tunnel, Courtney. Okay, every time you're on here now, you need to find a longer tunnel. This has got to be part of your whole interview persona. I'll tell you what, the camera angle is way better this time. I'm disappointed you've not got the other glasses on. I'm a huge fan of the other glasses. Right, I need to ask you, is there a name of that frame of glasses? Is there a specific name of that frame, the big black?
Yeah, they call Gotham. When we were getting I saw Robert De Niro had one in the casino.
No, Peter, listen. Oh, yeah.
Why are you crazy? Jaguar, why are you doing that, Jaguar?
The hand signals, right? I swear to God, I think I've done about 2.5 hours of content just on your hand signals, Courtney.
Okay,
right?
well, it's not done on purpose. It's just a habit.
I get
it. It's just a habit.
You know,
no, I'm never nervous, Jaguar.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to say though,
I promise you that we're gonna have some fun.
I have to say you're a different Courtney tonight. I have to say, right?
Cause I need rest. You don't know I even get rest. I have to get rest. You know what I'm saying? Security is no joke. Security is no joke.
Oh, it's too good. This is brilliant. Okay, so just once again, right? I feel like a lot of the things that we're sort of digging in on Courtney are things that, you know, Jaguar, you're feeling very strongly about. Of course, the original interview, you were talking about your friend who you felt was disrespected, and we've covered all of that. But
I want to ask one question, Sean.
All right, yep, go for it. Yeah, don't worry about my point. It's fine. Just don't
take it personal, Jaguar. You know what was bothering me? Why did everybody jump over you and Jenny and land in my face and got me up in grand jury? I was so good and quiet until, I don't know. I love my life before all this. Serious. I didn't come here to, I didn't come here to put Diddy in a kicker while he was down. No, that's not what I came on for. Diddy,
Can I say something to you?
Go ahead.
Have you ever taken into consideration you were selected?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know,
I realized that last night.
To understand there is a much greater and more elegant design behind all of these things. When I came here and I said your life is on the line, I wasn't trying.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I shan't let them harm you. Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
And I hope you don't fall into a mental state about how could this happen. There's... Oh, it's too good. This is brilliant. Okay, so just once again, right? I feel like a lot of the things that we're sort of digging in on Courtney are things that, you know, Jaguar, you're feeling very strongly about. Of course, the original interview, you were talking about your friend who you felt was disrespected, and we've covered all of that. But
I want to ask one question, Sean.
All right.
I expect you'll find my talent useful.
Yeah, don't worry about my point. It's fine. Just
don't take it personal, Jaguar. You know what was bothering me? Why did everybody jump over you and Jenny and land in my face and got me up in grand jury? I was so good and quiet until, I don't know. I love my life before all this. Serious. I didn't come here to, yeah, I didn't come here to put Diddy in the kick him while he was in jail. No, that's not what I came on for. Diddy,
Can I say something to you?
Go ahead.
Have you ever taken into consideration you were selected?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know,
I realized that last night.
Why we pray for
I realized that last night.
To understand there is a much greater and more elegant design behind all of these things. When I came here and I said your life is on the line, I wasn't trying to threaten you. I said the same thing to my folks. I see this thing from a different angle than a lot of people. But I'm telling you right now, I'll pray for you.
Yes, thank you.
Pray for you.
I'm taking that.
But you
I'm
have
taking
been
that.
selected.
I know I have been. I realized that last night. I was thinking about that all last night.
Dang. That's quite a major moment for you two. I'm not going to lie. That's quite a major moment for this interview, if I'm being honest. Because when so realizing that effectively you've been hand selected to be an unwitting pawn in a larger game is what we're saying here, Courtney. And you know, when we talk about predatory activity and the G word that rhymes with grooming that we can't say on YouTube, right? It's what you would do to you would take a dog to get groomed, a dog groom, that kind of word, right? There's so many people that fall victim to this, Courtney, right? And we're talking about parents, we're talking about politicians, we're talking about average people. And I hope you don't fall into a mental state about how could this happen to me or anything, because this happens every day and people don't even realize. And the fact that you're standing there and saying, I think this is what happened to me is massive, okay? Whether or not, you've got true belief in that statement or not, I hope that you do, but, I mean, how do you feel, John? Was that not quite a massive moment?
I've got quite an important question for Courtney.
Right.
Courtney, are you even Courtney?
Yes, I am.
Courtney Burgess.
Yes, I am Courtney Burgess.
Are you sure? Because in another interview you said that you wasn't. That was just your stage name.
I'm Courtney Burgess. No, the reason why I said that to that guy because he stood up there, he bullshitting the audience, talking about he know the FBI, he direct, and I had the paperwork to show him on the thing because there's a lot of BS come up on here. He trying to put a name for himself and come off on me. He not come up off on me. You know what I'm saying? He said there like, I'm connected. I can call the FBI and find everybody proof. And he said he couldn't find it. I said, you don't even know my name. You don't know nothing. You feed off what everybody else saying they come up here when they do a podcast, want to be somebody. And then when I showed him the papers and he saw it, he felt so bad because I tore down his credibility. You know what I'm saying? I know why they chose me to go against him. I already know, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just waiting to how this roll out.
So you are Courtney Burgess, but you were just playing with that guy.
I was playing with him because he did. Because he bring it to me, he ain't find nothing. And then I threw all the papers up in his face. You're lying. And I want to see who is who. Honestly, Gene and Jaguar, they're the most legit people I've seen up on here. I know I'm rather them. I have nothing but respect and love for you, Jaguar. And you told the Gene I have respect for him. But I do things to give somebody a bone to see how they gonna balance. You know what I'm saying? And it can't break back. Right. Right.
Listen to me, when you're playing the disinformation game, you be a fool not to throw a little in there yourself to see where it comes out. You know,
right.
Most people who have ever read books like The Art of War or any of the Confucius says or this, that, and the other, you have to learn how to beat the grass to see where the snakes are.
Right.
I do it all the time. I'm very
He came out. He came out.
The problem is you got to be careful to make sure that the stick you hitting that grass with doesn't jump back up and hit you in the head. You know what I mean?
Right.
You still got to hold that stick. And you're in a position now where you got people that are going to take everything you said and use it to make money. That's what this is.
I know. That's why I want to talk about it. And again, for you, Jaguar, I don't know everything. All this is new to me. You know what I'm saying? And I respect you. I respect you.
You don't have to know
okay.
anything. You don't have to know anything. Just show the evidence.
But I'm desperate to learn.
And I'm definitely to learn too, because I gotta watch what's going on. And I followed your footsteps, you know what I'm saying? And also, Gene, I followed your footsteps to see how y'all still relevant today. You know what I'm saying? It matters a lot. It matters a lot. Because you're gonna make a lot of enemies, and you can make a lot of fake friends, and you can make a lot of family at the same time.
Be careful.
Oh, I'm definitely in.
You want to know a little trick that I learned before I
I'm
deal
here.
with anybody? Before I deal with anybody, I see whether or not their channel is Shadow Bananas. If their channel is Shadow Bananas, that's who I want to stick with. Because that's where they're trying to stop the truth.
Okay.
That's the one thing that I've learned. Wherever people get fought the hardest on their channel about letting out the truth, that's where I want to be to help them push through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's really the key. That's why I tell people when you get into this whole internet game, you know, it hasn't been easy to go from being marked to truly being willing to become the content and then turn your life into an algorithm, which is what I've done. Takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of work, takes a lot of things. But what I will tell you is this. Once you take your algorithm and you make it your own, you'll have a better opportunity at having control of what happens next. I don't know who brought you what you got that the feds now have, but they were not your friend, G.
I know that.
They were not your friend.
Somebody snitched on me.
I know. They handed it to you and then they snitched on it.
Yeah.
To make sure you went to the grand jury, because like you said, and like I said, how the hell he is up there being Jesus and fine?
Right. Right.
Somebody wanted you there.
Right.
That's how you ended up there. It's for you to figure out.
I figured it out already.
Well then, you have my prayers. And you know who your enemy is.
Yes, I do.
We ain't gotta say no more about that. At all.
I appreciate your life, Jaguar. Don't think I got any souls I'm on from last time. No, I didn't come in prepared to do anything to go against you or any of that. Just, I came from a woman. Okay, I came from a woman. Yeah.
But I apologize what I said about your mother. I'm sorry.
Okay, I accept that. I accept your apology.
Be accountable. Everybody, you just be accountable for your own behavior.
A lot of the viewers are concerned about both you guys' safety. Do you have any reassurances for the viewers?
That was beautiful. Because he was trying to...
I'm learning from Jack. Go ahead. You guys tell me how to be safe, Jack. I know I started by not eating and drinking. Yeah, I'll pray real good.
Do you know how to pray?
Yeah.
Never stop. And never eat by strange hands. And if you have to eat out of the restaurant, make sure it's a place you don't go too often.
I know you got to say
by
food.
strange hands.
Right.
And if they're friends, they have to be random.
Right.
You do me a favor. If you're really interested, just reach out to me. I'll talk to you offline.
Okay.
Shall we get
I'm going to do that.
You're
I'm going to do
a
that.
spot.
I'm going to do that.